Hello, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters in the struggle, and everyone. I hope you're good and fine and you're well. Uh, Hello, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters in the struggle, and everyone. I hope you're good and fine and you're well. Okay. I hope sound yange fine. Ngenda kusomeseza leero dakiika dakiika ziri mmeka? Ngenda kusomeseza dakiika roughly 45 minutes. I want to do 45 minutes and I'll be out of the way. Because those of your mind your color. I just don't want to take people's time. Now, just let me know in the comments there if sound young or very okay, so that we can start. But I believe my sound is fine. Sound young, really fine. So, okay. Omanyi ekintu abantu abasinga mungamba nti ebimu ku bintu ebyannema okutereza. It is my sound. I hope sound is okay. Okay, njagala kusomesa waliwo ekintu kye njagala okusomesaako wano, and ekiri very important, and tekiri important kummwe maybe naye for me it is very important where I am, and I think I want to share it with you people so that you can let me know what you think about it. Yeah. You got that new microphone? Yeah. Can you give me 1 hour? I'll be there, okay? So sound webe erikiriya nga tutandika. Okay. Sound webanga eri okay nga tutandika. All right. Okay. Bana sound yange eri ekya. Sound erikiriya mungamba bya Khalifa. Nze siri mukubi w'amataali. Amataali ganyumira naye siganye mbuuza sound erikiriya oba because njagala tutandike then tuve wano. No tewali buzibu. Oba Khalifa nabo mbwagala sibugaana. Khalifa Mayanja omukubi w'amataali. Okay. As the year is winding out, simanyi kangeneze ku nsonga yange gye njagala okwogerako right now. Njagala kwogera ku nsonga eri very important. It is the issue to deal with data. Ndabye nnyo arguments ezitambula. There are so many schools of thought mu struggle eno oba mu bantu abalwanyisa Museveni. Naye kye nsinza okulaba mu bintu bino ebyokulwanyisa Museveni, number one, ebisinga byonna tebiyina we biriningira in terms of data. Kuba naffe ffennyini abali mu kulwanya, ffe abali mu struggle, ffe abali mu NUP, abali mu people power, oli ajja kuvaayo agambe nti we are fighting a dictator. I do understand. Oli agambe nti nno ffe tulwanyisa Museveni. Oli agambe we are removing a dictator. Yes, of course, that is good. That is the slogan we tukozesa. Oli agambe nti ffe tugenda kuyita mu mateeka, tugenda kukozesa peaceful means. Yes. Ekyokubiri, oli ajja kugamba nti nedda ffe tugenda kukwata mmundu, oba tugenda protesting, oba tugenda kukola civil disobedience. Strategy yonna buli omu gy'alina eyinza okukola, naye nga end goal ffenna gye tuliko eri emu. End goal ya kuggyako Museveni. Ntera nnyo bbula ennaku zino because I do so much reading and I do a lot of work behind this. Nina ebintu bingi nnyo bye nkola kale, especially to deal with knowledge and to deal with uh, information as well as research. My research gye nafunye eraga nti most people cannot explain most of these things. Ate ebintu bye explaininga oba ebintu ideas ze balina tebalina backup, tebalina we bazibackinga. For example, if someone says nti akalulu tekajja kujjako Museveni, prove it. It is not enough okulya okugamba nti why nze have tried akalulu naye tekamugjeeko so tekagenda mujjako. Prove it quantitatively and qualitatively maybe. Oli agambye nti okay fine ffe tugenda kugezaako kalulu oba tugenda kukozesa peaceful means okumuggyako. Peaceful means backed with what? With kiki kyeweesigamiddeko nti ddala peaceful means zigenda okuggyako omusajja ono. Kiki kyeweesigamiddeko ddala nti okukwata ebiti oba okukozesa violence oba okukozesa civil disobedience it is going to take Museveni out. Where is your data? Awo wetuddira ku data. Because data as information ekutuyamba okutuwa insight on how on what strategy na ki kyetuyinza on what we are likely to face. Eri very important. Even in a dictatorship, data eri very important. Kubanga data ekuwa perception of the people you're dealing with and how you are supposed to deal with them and how you are supposed to approach them. Because if you come, I follow so much politics in the West, Bungereza, America. The reason as to why these people are able to make predictions, the reason as to why these people are able okumanya nti constituency eno egenda kugwa, egenda kuva mu mikono gy'aba Tories edde mu mikono gy'aba Labour oba eve mu mikono gya Labour ejje mu mikono gya Conservative oba eno ebadde Republican state efuuke blue state oba ebadde blue state efuuke Republican state. It is because these people bakola data. It is because these people collect data in these areas. Now, these are democracies, I do understand. But even in dictatorships, there is the data that you need are very, very paramount in order to back up your strategy, or in order to know a strategy in a particular scenario in one way or the other. Now, gwe kibirige kankublocking sirina buddebo naye kankuleke manyi mwe mulina ate ekinyumira otypinga mu Luganda ate nze Oluganda lunzibuwalira okusoma. Unfortunately, if you can write in English n'okola sentence nga eri coherent, maybe I can get your argument kyoba oyogera naye ekirungi you speak in otypinga mu Luganda, so n'ebyoluganda binzibuwalira okusoma. But anyway, this is the point. Why am I here today? I cannot emphasize enough the role of social media. Yes. I cannot emphasize enough the role of social media. Because social media is very, very important. Wembanga nyinza okuwayo just one achievement His Excellency Kyagulanyi Jaina. It is okuba nti he has grappled social media for 3 years now. Nga teri mulala n'omu alina space eyo. And I'm going to show you why that is very important. Nga nkozesa data. Very important. Oli ajja yekugamba nti akalulu tekajjaako Museveni. Bring your data. Bring your percentages. Bring your research. Muteeke ku mmeeza twogere. Now, for me today, njagala kukozesa data. Waliwo report gye mbadde nsoma. Abasinga ku mmwe temwagisoma. Report eno ebadde very important. Mbadde nina research gwe nkola. And there's something I'm writing. And of course, nenjagala okuddayo, just to Google and look for report to see some data in Uganda about internet and about social media. So when I came across this, because that one naina mulabako some time back, someone knew because I was doing other things. But today I thought that maybe it's time to, as we are ending the year, because another report is likely to come out as we are ending the year, maybe kamuwaitiremu namwe mujja kulaba what you think. Now, this is especially for people who are interested. If you cannot interpret this data, that is what I'm here to do for you. Interpretation. Now, the interpretation, interpreting data is different. You get it? Especially the numbers. My interpretation must be different from yours. naye the fact that chetulina about what we agree on this particular issue is that data talimba, and these are facts. Because most of you see things happening on social media, but you don't know why they are happening. Good enough waliwo abantu abakola data collection yeno atuyamba kakati ffe to sit down and use these figures and try to analyze them and see what we and predict and use them to have insights to understand what is likely to come ahead, oba to see if at all tuli ku mulamwa oba we tuli we tuba tukwatira oba we can change here and there. So let me share my screen here and then I show you something. All right, digital statistics. All right, there we are. Mulaba report eno yawandiikibwa data bagiyita yawandiikibwa omukulu bamuyita Simon Kemp. Let me first see if my sound is good and also if my screen yalaga bulungi. I'm just watching the screen here. Now, that one yafuluma mu 2021. I understand into wano mutwali mu biseera bya kalulu nnyo and all this kind of stuff. Report eno yawandiikibwa babayita batya. These are guys bakola international, they do international digital research in each and every country annually, each and every year. So I hope you can see the figures there. I'll just increase my screen and then so that everyone can see, because it's really very important. Why am I showing you this? That one yafuluma, this information report yafuluma mu 2021 January. Of course, twali tuli mu kalulu. Now, eraga nti population ya Uganda by then twali 46 million. Population of 13 and above, abantu abalina emyaka 13 n'okugenda waggulu ziri million 59. Sorry, ziri 59.4. That is 27.6 million. By 2021, abantu abalina abali 13 years, right? Abantu abali 13 years bali 27.6. Kitegeeza abantu bano bagenda kubeera balonzi by 2026, if I'm not mistaken. 13 plus what? Plus, okay, if they were 13 in January, then this year they have been 14, then 15 in 2022, right? No. This year, bali 14. Next year, bali 15, right? 2022. 2023, bali 15. 2023, 2024, bali 16. 2025, bali 17. 2026, there will be 18. Now, these kids, abantu kitegeeza abantu million 27 million mukaaga, 27.6 million. By 2026, bajja kubeera 18. Bajja kubeera balonzi. Now, most of you might say, lwaki otugamba mu 2026? Be patient. And I have a reason as to why I'm telling you all this. Kitegeeza bano abaana bali ku myaka 13 bali very interesting. Now, that figure is not what is my interest today. Now, population above 18 and above, 21 million. Now, what this means is very important. The biggest population below the age of 18 in Uganda. And that biggest population between the age of 13 and 18. It is 27.6 million. Those people. Now, population aged 16 to 64. Now, population aged from 16 to 64, hold on, sorry. Population, 27.6 million, that is 59.4. Then 47.1 million, bali 18 and above. Then 16 to 64, bali 49.8 million, that is 23. Category eno naddala ya 18, actually no, 18 to 64 nga actually ndowooza obanga this thing I don't know what it means, but I can ndowooza nga n'okukola bakola. It is something around kale abali ingandos that that earn something or something. I think this is what this briefcase means by 23.1 million. But what is very important to me is this 27.6 million. But anyway, let us go to the real gundi jetudikola lero jenjagala tulabe internet use. Very important internet use. Overview of internet use. Total number of internet users in Uganda about 12 million. Abantu million 12 bakozesa internet. Si abantu abakozesa social media, si Facebook, si Facebook, si YouTube, si Twitter. Wabula ezo zonna ng'ozigase, anyone who has access to internet ng'akozesa Google, agooglinga, akola kino akola kiri, bali 12.6 million. Now, internet users as percentage of the population, kitegeeza 26.2% of the total population of Uganda bakozesa internet, balina access to the internet, 26%. Now, jjukira 26% kyekitegeeza abantu million 12 out of the 45 million bwe baba nga bwe bakozesa internet. Yeah? Why that is important is that abantu bano balina households mwe babeera, balina abantu be babeera nabo. So what that means is that nti abantu bano wembanga mayanja nina essimu, I have a household I live in and I share that household with other people. So information travels very fast. So these people have access to internet, barely 12.16 million. Now, annual change in the number of internet users. This is a difference buli mwaka abantu abakozesa internet beeyongerako oba bakendeera. Now, according to this research, eraga nti no mu 2020, because kati ono data yaliwa 2020 but coming into 2021. According to this research, eraga nti no by 2021 abantu abali bakozesa internet mu Uganda bali beeyongedde by 1.5 million people. Now, that's a lot of people. 1.5 million people, 14% increase. In just 1 year, between 2020 and 2021, 1.5 million people had gained access to the internet. Now, proxy for mobile internet use, share for social media users accessing via mobile devices. Abantu abasinga okozesa internet mu Uganda bakozesa ki? Bakozesa simu, bakozesa laptop, bakozesa tablet, bakozesa ki? The biggest number of people in Uganda bakozesa 97.9%, actually almost 98% bakozesa simu. And the devices are very important because kitegeeza omuntu aba akozesa essimu any day basobola okukola ki newemba ntudde wano osobola okugyayo essimu yange, but you cannot just remove your laptop out of your taxi. Kitegeeza these people can access internet mu taxi, mu nnyonyi, ku boda anywhere. They have access to this internet and they can read or they can have access to this information, and I think that's actually very vital. Now, different perspectives, internet adoption. Now, this is the number of yes, the number of internet users versus the population. Kuba tulabye nti abantu balina access bali 12 million, but who are the abakozesa internet versus the population? Like we're talking about 45 million people. But this is the other one, is the total number of people who have access to the internet. Abagikozesa, but abali consistent in using the internet, bali 11.1 million. Now that's a very big number out of the total population versus the total population of 45 million of 45 million Ugandan people. Then internet users, these are different statistics versus the total population. Now let's see internet connection speeds. Connection speeds, means okay, how long does it take? Is the internet fast? Because we're going to North Korea, internet here very slow. For example, to watch this video, it will lag by slowing it down. The same applies to China. We'll send the WhatsApp messages, it can take like 20 minutes to reach. Now, the speeds in Uganda are good because the 12.552 megabytes per second. For those of you who understand downloads, average download speed of mobile internet connections is 12.52 megabytes per second. Now, that's a very fast internet. Chovola babama abali Uganda, you can watch me. You can watch YouTube and Facebook. You can even text via WhatsApp. Year-on-year change in average speed of mobile internet connections. What this shows, minus 21%, it shows that internet speeds is akenderamuko katono. Now, this can be attributed to factors like an increase in the number of internet users, n'okuba nti government yagikwatamu ne reducing the speeds. But if you reduce speeds, the government may be affected. Then the other one is year-on-year average speed for fixed internet. Fixed internet is there's no landlines and stuff like that. Because there's speeds ez'amasimu. Speeds z'essimu mu Uganda ziri ku 12.52 megabytes per second. Naye speed eziri fixed, for example, eziri offices, landlines, homes, biki ziri ku something like 13.65%, 13.65 megabytes per second. Now this is 12 mwabakozesa data wa MTN, data wa Airtel, biki. It is fast enough for people to have access to information. Now, share of web traffic. Each device's share of total web pages served to web browsers. Now, share of web traffic, right? Now, this shows nti devices ki abantu ze basinga okukozesa mu Uganda in terms of to access the internet or to visit web pages. Kati wano tutunira internet in a whole. Okitegeera? So most people bakulaga 71% they use bakozesa masimu. And I will show you why that is important. Because abamukumu abakozesa Facebook na YouTube, if you go into the analytics, this information is there, and you know what the analytics mean whenever you are doing that kind of work. Now, when you look at most people in Uganda bakozesa simu, chovola bantu ne bwoba okola video, for example, on Facebook or any video platform, bakugamba nti giteeke in a view, because the way people view a video on YouTube is not the same way people gye bagiviewingiramu ku simu oba ku TV. So when you're designing your video, whatever designs you're doing, or you're not making sure it's really compatible in that particular aspect. If I visit the Daily Monitor website, it is completely different the way I view it from the way I view it on the phone. But what the information here shows, 71% of the people bakozesa mobile devices. So whatever you are using, oba buli kyokola kirina okubeera nga kiri mobile compatible. Now, 27, of course, use computers and laptops. Abalala bakozesa tablets, that's 1.2%. Then abalala bakozesa things like games over Xbox and all that kind of stuff to browse the internet. That's 0.01. But the biggest percentage, 71.2%. Now, this shows abantu abasinga Uganda bakozesa browser ki. Oh, this is important, by the way. Abasinga bakozesa Chrome, abalala bakozesa Safari, Firefox, Samsung Internet, Microsoft Edge, Opera, Internet Explorer, and others. So why do they use Chrome? Because I also use Chrome, by the way. Chrome is very fast. But why do they use Safari? Abakozesa Safari bebakozesa Apple devices. That's what ekitegeeza. Most people abakozesa Safari, but Apple devices. Abakozesa Chrome, but Android devices. You get the point? So even wano ekyamasimu wano kitulagira ddala abantu abasinga okozesa nti amasimu mangi mu Uganda. Kitegeera, most of them that use Safari bali ku Apple, and the biggest abakozesa Chrome bali ku Android devices. So it means that there are more Android devices on using internet in Uganda than Apple devices. Now, this is what is very important. This research is per January 2021. Now, this is the rankings of website traffic according to Alexa. Alaga the websites abantu ze basinga okuvisitinga per day. Website gye basooka okuvisitinga google.com. Abannayuganda abasinga abali ku internet, 11 million Ugandans abasinga, the biggest percentage bavisitinga google.com every day. Bamalako eddakiika meka? Eddakiika 15 n'obutikitiki 40. What are they searching ku Google? What are they looking for ku Google? Kitegeera. Number eyokubiri, the number of websites you visit, youtube.com. What are they searching ku YouTube? Bagimalako eddakiika, on average abantu bano bonna ku YouTube, on average ekitini ennyo bamalako eddakiika 17 per day. That's a lot. That is a lot. Then the website ngenda kubasomera just reporting jagibaterayo awo mujja givisitinga mugirabe. This is very important information, very very important. Era omuntu yenna obanga olina byoplanning byokola, if you have access to this data, ajja kuyamba on how to deal with Uganda. Then enamba yokusatu facebook.com. Very important. And I believe by next year, next TikTok ejja kubeera somewhere. But Facebook.com is number 3. Jukira bano bonna bakozesa amasimu. Eyokuna eri wikipedia.org. Eyokutaano eri zoom.us. Now that is because of the pandemic. Nti abantu badda ku Zoom. Okitegeera. This is very important. Lwaki abantu bali nnyo ku Zoom? Zoom classes, Zoom meetings, everything was Zoom in 2020. Then yahoo.com. Then netflix.com, jumia.ug, ura.ug, monitor.co.ug, then Twitter nejja mu kifo kya 12. Now this is according to Alexa Gundi rankings websites as per December 2020, according to Alexa. That is the research gwe baakola. Now hold your guns. Now top search queries in 2020 bye bino ebintu bana Uganda bye basinga okusearchingako nti oli buli we yayingira Google abasinga what was the search query bye bali basearchingako, what were they searching? Nti bali basearchinga Uganda oba kale I don't know how I can explain the word query, but let me see here. Yes. Query is to like you're asking a question about something. For example, if I'm like, okay, searching about Uganda. For example, whatever they were searching, ba typing ekigambo Uganda. For example, what is the capital of Uganda? Where is Uganda? Things like that. Mu query yabwe, mu tags nga mulimu ekigambo Uganda. Because then the muba mune ekigambo news. News was number 2. Oba Uganda news. Oba what is in the news today in Uganda. Kati ate wano ne wajjawo ekyokusatu bet power. Na Uganda babetinga nnyo online. Bakuba nnyo bet. Then ne mubamu ekigambo download. For example, ayinza ogamba how to download a video, how to download a music, how to download this, how to download that. Then wano kikulaga Premier, Arsenal, Premier, live. Oli ayinza okuteeka mu NTV akawungeezi live, Mayanja live, oba such and such a blogger live. These are such queries, right? Premier League, then videos, music, and so on and so forth. Live scores. It is so much gundi birimu omupiira mungi, of course, nti betting na biki. Now katugende kati ku social media. Wali tubadde tukola internet usage without doing anything. Kitegeera internet waliyo ng'okozesa internet yonna. Naye kati mu internet mulimu akasenge kana aka social media, like koyingiramu nga wano oyingira ennyumba yonna kati ye internet. Kitegeera kati wano woosookera abantu abasinga nti wabikola internet waba tabikudde app waba tabikudde eki ebyo bwe basookera byebyo abasinga bye basinga okuba nga basearchingako. But now let us look at the social media usage according to this research. Now research egamba the total active number of social media users 83.4 million out of the 11 point something users of internet. Kubo kuliko milioni 3.4 abali active users. Bano we bakwera ku macha ne bakebera internet yabwe, so ne bakebera Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and all these other platforms. Social media users as per percentage of the population, it is 7.3%. That is out of the 46 million Ugandans, that is 7.3% of the Ugandans abakozesa social media. Then and you change in the number. Wano balaga nti mu 2020 and 2021 the number of people abali ku social media skyrocketed. You're increasing up by 900,000. That is 1 million people, almost 1 million people wegattako wakati wa 2021 ku social media. By creating a Facebook accounts, Twitter accounts, Instagram and all these other platforms. That is 36%. That was a very big jump. Why is it mu kiseera ekyo bana Uganda by joining a new social media wakati wa 2020 and 2021? What caused that? Something must have caused it. The number of social media users accessing via mobile devices. Jukira the number of active social media users mu Uganda bali 3.4 million people. Kakati abakozesa amasimu nga ba accessing social media bali 3.3 million Ugandans. 3.3 million Ugandans. Now that's a very big number. That is around 97.9% abakozesa social media. Now bro, Museveni yabba obululu. I think yabba obululu naye obululu oba million 5, right? Now 3.4 million people, that is a lot of people kubanga bali ku social media nga bali active ate nga bonna abasinga bakozesa masimu. Okay, audience review eri etya? Abasinga bakozesa platforms ki? Biki bye basinga okubeerako? Potential. Facebook reports that can be reached using adverts on social media. Now, now this is according to Facebook. Those they have something around 3.2 million Facebook accounts ez'abana Uganda abali ku Facebook. Now kino bakikozesa nga bakirelatinga according to the adverts Facebook zesobola okureachinga. You know what Facebook does? Abamu ku mwe abali balwanizeko ads on Facebook ekugamba nti wosasula sente weziti osobola okureachinga abantu miliyoni 3 ndowooza. Now what these people did, I think, to get this research to see how many people have Facebook accounts nga bali Uganda. By the way, togasseko n'abantu bali mu diaspora. All these figures tekuli diaspora. This is just Ugandans ababeere Kampala. These figures is per Ugandans ababeere Uganda, without Ugandans in the diaspora. Now what Facebook here is telling you is 3.2 million people are very active. The Facebook accounts is zero. This is according to Facebook ads, because if you're running ads, osobola okuzipushinga and see what is the maximum number of people osobola okureachinga in Facebook ads. Now, Facebook potential advertising compared to the total population aged 13 plus is 11 point. Okay, that one means okuba biki wobanga oli nnyo mu bya business na biki, you can use that information okulaba abantu abali 13 plus bali 11.6%. That is abantu abali 13, because kitegeeza nti of course you cannot have a Facebook account. I don't think you can have a Facebook account if you are below 13. Quarter on quarter change in Facebook advertising reach, then percentage of the audience that Facebook reports is female. Kati ku bantu abo emiliyoni 3 mu emitwalo 2 kitegeeza abantu 40.6% bakyala, 59.4% baami abali ku Facebook out of the 3.2 million according to Facebook, I think. Now we should also factor in issues into omuntu ayinza okuba n'account emu, more than one account or more than 2 accounts. You should also understand the fact that most people can have a Facebook account as well as a Twitter account as well as an Instagram account in one way or the other. Okay, Facebook access by device. Percentage of Facebook users accessing via any kind of mobile phone. Abantu abasinga 97.9% ba accessing a Facebook oba nga ali Uganda essaawa za leero bandabira ku ssimu. Kijja kubeera kizibu nnyo okusanga omuntu ng'ali Uganda nga Facebook agikolera ku computer oba laptop. It is hard. 2.1% bokka be bali ku gundi ku laptops. Percentage of Facebook users via both phones and computers, but just 7%. Then percentage of Facebook users via mobile phones only, bali 90.8%. Now, on a percentage of Facebook users accessing via any kind of mobile phone, any kind, tablet, or things like that, but 97.9%. Then the other one is 90.8% specifically nga simu yoka. Now, kakati bino biyinza asimanyi oba byenjogera mubitegeera naye I'm just going through the data, then afterwards ngenda kujja nkole a wholesome analysis about the entire data and how we can use it. Now wano bagamba the number of times a typical user aged 18 plus performs each activity on Facebook. Now this is Facebook activity frequency. Wano kikulaga how people really engage with the platform. The number of Facebook pages liked in a lifetime. Abasajja basinga, at least anyone, buli omu, they have a Facebook page that they like. For most female, bajja kulikingayo at least one page. And then for most female, balikingayo at least 2 pages. That is according to the data ow'omwaka ogwo wakati 2020 ne December ne 2021. Posts like in the last 30 days, that is 14 and 13. This shows a lot of engagement. Comments made in the past 30 days, all posts on all posts 6. Buli muntu at least yalikingayo page na commenting emirundi 14. Na liking liked at least Now wano wakyabulamu omukazi oba musajja naye at least nti they liked a page in the past 30 whatever in a lifetime, or between that duration, they liked a page. Then they liked posts on that page. Comments made in the past 30 days. They commented uh, on a particular post in one way or the other. Then they shared at least once in the past 30 days. In the past 30 days, Nawano. And also Facebook advertisers clicked in the past 30 days. They clicked on an advert at least 5 times in the past 30 days. Now it depends, female, male, which now this is what is important. Top YouTube search queries. This is what people search for YouTube in Uganda. Number 1, they search for movies. Abantu bali mu kulaba film between that period of 2020 2021. What were people searching for? They were searching for movies. Number 2, music. Number 3, comedy. Number 4, Bobby. So between 2020 and 2021, now to be in these top searches, it's not something easy. So to be ranked between music and video, movies, music and comedy, then Bobby Wine, that's a very, very big search for YouTube, especially in searching Uganda. Why are people searching about Bobby Wine during this time? Then they were also searching about NTV. Then they were searching about VJ Junior. Now, what this means is that people searched for movies, at least Bulimuntu. People who are searching, they searched for movies around 100 times. Others, comedy 78 times, 41 times, and Bobby 34 times, NTV 32 times, VJ Junior 32 times, Bobby Wine again 29 times, NTV Live 26 times, Music 2020 25 times, Arsenal 22 times, NTV Uganda 22 times, all 19 times, 13 new songs 19 times, VJ Junior movies, abantu bagala nnyo movies 17, Shiba 15, Kenzo 15, NTV Uganda live stream 15, Jingo 15, Ugandan Music 2020 15, Rema 15. Tewaliwo NRM, tewaliwo Museveni. Why? By the time someone goes into that YouTube bar, n'atayipingamu Bobby, oba n'atayipingamu NTV, oba n'atayipingamu music. Now what it means is that Bobby akwatiddwa, oba Bobby versus Besigye, oba in their search query, in that tab ya YouTube, bateekamu ekigambo Bobby Wine, in their search, oba ne bateekamu Bobby, oba ne bateekamu NTV, oba ne bateekamu kino. So that is in the top things that were searched on YouTube. Now, Instagram audience, 530,000 accounts zeziriyo. That is Instagram. Potential that Facebook reports can be reached. Instagram sagala nnyo mugendamu. About for those of you who want that, you can read. Facebook Messenger audience, 840,000 messengers potential. Blah 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 blah. Now this is LinkedIn. Now, Twitter, potential audience that Twitter reports can be reached with adverts on Twitter. Now, Bagamanti, at least 250,000 Ugandans were ku Twitter. Potential teacher audience compared to the total population aged plus 13. So, Orabanti, there are people with more Facebook accounts than Twitter accounts. Like, abantu abalina Facebook accounts bali like 5 times more than people abali ku Twitter, according to this data between 2020 and 2021. So that is the information about Twitter. Percentages are now, there is how they get this information is according to how you can run ads. How many people can you reach in Uganda? What is the maximum? So that is what they give you there. Because, for example, if I want to reach like abana Uganda abali ku Facebook, nga tugeze mu Uganda abantu abali ku Facebook bali 7, you cannot, Facebook cannot tell you that you can reach 900 people ngate abali in that particular vicinity bali 7. So it will tell you that no, the maximum number of people you can reach on this particular thing is 700. So that means that there are 700 Facebook accounts that they are reaching. Now, of course, you can add the duplicate accounts, but active accounts, by the way, season is really duplicate, active accounts is minus accounts is in diaspora. Now, mobile connections by type. Now, this is the number of people abaina oba who are um, abantu abalina amasimu mu Uganda, people who have phones, people who have phones in Uganda. There are 28.101 million Ugandans. 28 millions Ugandans, they have access to a mobile phone. Now, mobile connections as the percentage of the total population, that is around 60.3% of Ugandans, but now in access to a mobile phone. Prepaid connections as a percentage of all mobile connections. In prepaid connections like data and things of that sort, by 96.3%. At least everyone who has a phone can pay data, or they can pay for their internet and they can pay for airtime and stuff like that. Postpaid connections as percentage of the mobile connections. Postpaid connections, I think, broadband connections, that is 3G 5G as percentage of all mobile connections. Now abantu abasobola okufuna abaina access to like 3G, because if you have 3G it means you can access the internet. If you have 4G, your speeds are good. If you have 5G, your speeds are perfect. So that is what it is there. Now, Kanjire. Now, share web traffic of mobile operating systems. The share of web traffic are I know this is too much, guys. Just bear with me. I'm going to write it down. Tugenda kukikwasaganya tulabe. Abantu bakozesa amasimu ki? 77.1% bakozesa Android phones. Web traffic waabwe ava ku Android phones, zi Tecno, zi Oppo, waliwo amasimu ago ge muyina. Then 5.6% ava ku Apple phones. Then onava ku Kai mbadde sigimanyi eyo. Then onava ku this is a Kai web, nga onolaba Safari biki, naye ku masimu balina search engines zino. Waliwo abakozesa Kai, waliwo abakozesa traffic owa web ava nnyo ku Apple devices, but then Samsung devices nazo mweziri like 0.1. Kitegeeza simu za China nyingi nnyo, kyobula 77.1 Android devices. Samsung ali wansi. Not so many people use Samsung. It is so fascinating that more people have Apple phones in Uganda than even Samsung devices. Share of web traffic originating from other devices. There's how I think the mobile mobile operating systems. Now, what is fascinating here is that whereas they didn't cover things like Gundi, WhatsApp and the likes and that kind of stuff, but we can also make some predictions. Now, these are the guys that did the Babaita We Are Social, Bebakola research or Fulumia research every year in each and every country around the world, in conjunction with Hootsuite. Bakola ongoing data collection across 46 markets, cross device coverage, 90% global coverage. So those are the guys that collected the data. So now back to me. What does this data mean? Hold on. You can follow them on LinkedIn, Twitter, and whatever. If you want anything, you can just go to them over there. So this is the small overview. Uganda has a population of 46 million. As in January 2021, Uganda's population increased by 1.4 million. This is the summary of the data. Our population increased by 1.4 million. That is a 3.2% increase between 2020 and 2021. Abana Uganda kweyongerako million yemu emitwalo ana. Then 57% of Uganda's population is female. Ebitundu atano ku buli 100 n'obutundu 7 bakyala, ate ebitundu ana mu 9.3 baami. That is according to United Nations. 25.2% of Uganda's population lives in urban centers, while 74 lives in rural areas. Internet usage. There were 12.6 million internet users in Uganda. Mu Uganda, abantu abakozesa internet bali 12.16. The number of internet users increased by 1.5 million. That is 14% increase between 2020 and 2021. Abantu abakozesa internet mu Uganda beeyongera by 1.5 million between 2020 and 2021. Internet penetration in Uganda stood at 26.2% as of January 2021. We no longer social media usage. There are 3.4 million social media users in Uganda. 3.40 million is satu emitwalo ana bebakozesa internet as of January 2021. But as we speak today, bagenda balina okubanga beeyongeddeko akakadde oba obubiri. The number of social media Uganda increased by 900,000. Kitegeeza nti abantu abeeyongera as per internet usage in Uganda abasinga they joined because of social media. That is around 900,000 people. That is around 36% between 2020 and 2021. The number of social media users in Uganda was equivalent to 7.3% of the total population. Mobile connections, abantu abalina amasimu mu Uganda, mulimu amasimu 28 million mobile connections. And I can tell you this, that majority must be of course smartphones somewhat, but at least these people, they have some sort of connection that they get in one way or the other. The number of mobile connections in Uganda increased by 1.1 million between January 2020 and 2021. Katwolaba ino increase is very interesting, whereas we cannot say that most of them were still smartphones. The increase is kind of consistent with the increase in internet users, as well as the increase in social media accounts, as well as the increase in mobile usage in the country. The number of mobile connections in Uganda as per January 2021 was equivalent to 60.3% of the total population. Now, making sense of that data. Making sense of the data now. Today one. So making sense of the data. I don't know. Okay. Making sense. This is of the population thing. All right. All right. So making sense of the data right now. Okay. This data is very important because it shows you that there's a very increase in the number of social media users in Uganda, in the number of internet users, people who are having access to the internet. Ask yourself, why would Mr. Museveni put a social media tax? Even by putting social media tax, still the number of people using the internet skyrocketed. And mind you, abantu bano bonna beeyongera during the times of social media tax, I think an VPN bamukozesa. You get the point. Between 2020 and 2021, abantu abakozesa internet, abantu abalina access to Facebook, Twitter, and all these other accounts, beeyongerako 1.5 million, actually 1.4 million Ugandans. That is huge. Kankubuzeeyo ekibuuzo bro. Tugeze oyagala kukuba abantu njiri. Ng'enjiri gy'oyagala obakuba oyagala kubagamba nti bannange akalulu tekagenda kujjako Museveni. Obanga oyagala kubakuba njiri egamba nti akalulu kayinza okujjako Museveni. Obanga oyagala kubakuba njiri bagamba nti bannange peaceful means tezigenda kukola. Obanga oyagala kubagamba nti bannange peaceful means zijja kukola. Whatever strategy gy'olina. Nze ne nkugamba nti look here bro, nina abantu 7,000 bali ready okuwuliriza ki ky'oyagala obbagamba. Wawe oyinza okujja abantu 7,000 n'obakuŋŋaanya mu kifo kimu n'oyogerako nabo n'obabuulira. Sigamba nti in real time oyinza obbakuŋŋaanya. Sigamba nti oyinza obbakuŋŋaanya later or anything, but where can you find a big number of people nga social media bweri? There is nowhere in Uganda. There is nowhere in the world. woyinza kusanga bantu bawera na mitwalo 3 nga they are interacting with any one platform in real time, even if it takes a week. What am I trying to explain? What I'm trying to mean is this. Omuntu awuliza CBS bayinza okubeerako abantu. I think CBS must be around one of the most listened to radio. And I believe NTV is the most watched TV. It's unfortunate that those TVs, they don't collect data. Naye singa babadde balina data waabwe twandibadde tumulaba. But their listenership, I believe, teyinza kubanga ehitinga 1 million people per month. Oba n'emitwalo 3 kiyinza okuba ekizibu in Uganda. Okay, giyinza okuwera, simanyi that the problem is that tulina data. But what is the point? The point is, mwesuneko okuba nti oyo data yenna gwe mbasomedde mwe mumucontrollinga, mwe muyinawo footprint, mwe muyinawo presence. Let that sink in. Data yenna gwe mbasomedde mwe muyinawo footprint, mwe muyinawo control, mwe muyinawo amaanyi. Ng'enjogera y'ennaku zino bwegamba nti nze ebyange mbiwawa, what you do with the information is up to you. Nze information ngibawadde. Kati kibeera eri mmwe okusalawo ki ky'oyinza okukozesa data, what you put out there according to data gwe mbawadde oyo. Nti gwe ky'oteekayo wali oba nga ddala oyagala kulwanyisa Museveni oba olwanirira struggle, does it improve our visibility, our position in the struggle? Because you have around 3.4. Noli naye ngamba abantu nti kubanza wennemera nga nti banaye, if Mr. Kyagulanyi, His Excellency, ng'alemedde ku idea ega nti we are peaceful, tugenda kukozesa all peaceful mechanisms, all peaceful change in each and every way, tugenda kukozesa buli kye tusobola until otherwise. Kitegeera, until otherwise. I was here listening carefully and thinking out loud. Mumanyi omusajja gwe bayita Donald Trump. Bw'oba oyagala okulaba amaanyi aga platform eyo gye muyina, bw'oba oyagala okulaba amaanyi ge muyina mmwe abanda baleero, ng'oyagala okulaba amaanyi ga data ono yenna, genda obuze Trump. Trump had over 10 million followers ku Twitter. Trump nga takyatuuza press conference, nga Twitter following ye, Twitter reactions ze zifuna more engagement than his press conferences. They deplatformed Trump. Bam deplatforming, for heaven's sake, a former president of the strongest nation in the world. Naye kati onyoonya ne Trump waali tomulaba. Lwaki talina social media presence? Onyoonya obuuzuume Twitter woti newokeberako Trump taliiko, takyatrendinga. Newogenda ku Twitter wali noonyoonyaamu bwoti taliimu. Newokebera mu mawulire Google News biki byonna, Flipcode biki babiyita batya, Flip bikoze bitya, talina waali. Abasajja baamuggyako, platform baagimuggyako. Kati oli ng'ava eri awoza, mwe muli ku social media kwokka. Oyo akyogera aba talina data, kyayogera aba takimanyi. Gwe mubuuze, bwe mba kale ndi ku social media kwokka, lwaki olowooza abantu 1.5 million people increased between 2020 and 2021 nga bajoininga internet, nga bajoininga Facebook, nga bajoininga Twitter, bajoininga Instagram, bajoininga WhatsApp? Lwaki? Bw'oba ogamba nti ffe tuli kwogera ku social media, it is okay, okitegeera. Naye golowooza lwaki abantu bayaayaana okufuna essimu? Nkulabize wano mu search engine eza YouTube, abantu abana ebintu ebina abantu bye basooka okusearchingako, the first 4 things that people search for according to Google, according to YouTube, go on the analytics ekulaga nti people are searching for Bobby. The first 4 things, Bobby ali mu kyakuna out of the 45 million people abayigenda ne bavisitinga YouTube, Mr. Kyagulanyi ali mu kyakuna. Why are they searching about him? It means people are craving for information via YouTube, via videos. Kati go whatever you're discussing out there, making sure nti no kipackaginga nga kiri ready nga olinga ayogerako n'omuntu oyo goyagala okukyusa. Kabe wa kibiina ki, kabe wenarem, kabe wa kibiina ki. Kyova olaba nze nseka nnyo mukadde wange kano Dr. Kiza Besigye. Era nze kati omuntu wojja nga tolina social media strategy, totawaana. Kati wherever MPs, by the way, this is what is going to happen. Kyova olaba nseka nnyo because we have so much. Fenga aba National Unity Platform tulina ebintu bingi nnyo era ono data banayo abasobola mumukwatire. I know ekibiina kimuyina naye mumukwate mwongere okubasindikira information yeno. Kyenva mulaba nze newenzija wano oluusi ebiseera ebisinga ne nwana ennyo ku social media. I know what it means, I know where it is, I know it works. Kitegeera, I know it works. Ono Nakawungu Anet yali mulira wano, simanyi oba oli wa kibiina ki, aleka toli wa kamala okukola ki. Nakawungu Anet, ani Nakawungu Anet bannaye, simanyi Nakawungu Agnes, simumanyi. Mukitegeera, I know it works. Oba oli MP n'oba ogenda kati ne chairman LC wano kigenda kutuuka mwekama ne banna anyways bino bye binnyumira because kati bye bya data byendimu byenjagala, social media yennyumira nje singo tegeera. Mwalabye omusajja ono abika gwe batandise kati okutwalira ebirabo, oyo abika omugenzi gwe bayita omugenzi. Kiki kyamufudde ekyo? Why are people all of a sudden bali ku mugenzi? Why do you think nti omugenzi obulamu bwe busobola okukyuka just because of a post, just because of a single picture gye baamukubanga akutte empapula ze? Nange kennyini ne ngamba kampe y'ekikumi eri omugenzi oyo. Omugenzi yansanyusizza, abaana baamukozeemu akafaananyi ng'ayingidde State House ne ngamba wabula ate luno omugenzi yansanyusizza. Mr. Jemba oba gwe bayita omugenzi, Mr. Jemba. You see, abamu mulabika buscrollings, but you don't sense things. Abantu b'eri UP kati tuli babugumyeko, njagala nnyo mubeere nga mufollowinga these things. Do not take them lightly. People's lives are getting changed on social media. Mulirayo radio meka, TV meka kati ezikyusa abantu. Abantu bamaze okukakomyawo ekyo ekifaananyi kye baakuba omusajja oyo, eyo meme ebaddewo for like I think 6 or 7 months. But why is it that all of a sudden meme eyo ekomyewo, but still abantu ne bagamba no tubeko nekitukolera omuntu ono? Then TVs ne radios, TVs then ezigamba nti tugende tumukoleko interview. Ab'en BS ne bagendayo n'ab'en TV. Lwaki? Kyavudde ku social media. Singa tebadde social media, Jemba bandimulabye. Ekifaananyi twandikiyiseeko buyisi. Bantu bameka obulamu bwabwe bukyuse nga buyitira ku ma TV, nga buyitira ne ku ma radio. People will react so quickly because social media, Facebook, Twitter, zireseewo omukululo. You can always go back to the picture. Naye tugeze mulekwa oba namwandu babanga bamulaze ejjo ku TV, ebyo bijja kuggwawo. Sisobola ku rewindinga, kali waneza for sobola oku recordinga no rewindinga. Ezawa lito rewindinga, to recordinga. The other biggest issue in this generation that we are in is information flow. Information. Lelo kakwenzi lukira bashaija bamukutte in real time. Fenane tumanyirawo nti bamukutte. Lukira bashaija buli omu n'amanya nti bamukutte. Buli omu n'amanya nti zaake bamukutte in real time. Naye luli walindanga mawulire. Namwandu Nakawungu aluwa sinamulaba. Simulaba wakoma wongera mu blocking atofaayo. In real time. Mwe muve muzannyo. Oli wakuleetera ebibuuzibuuzi ebyo bye boogera gwe mubuuze mpaka ku data wo. Ndeetera ku percentage oyina statistics ki? What statistics do you have? Nti ddala bannayuganda bajja kuvaayo bakufollowinge. Media strategy yo, social media strategy yo eri etya tulageeko. Obuuze mukulu munnaye. Mu Uganda tulaga abantu milioni 10 kale liddawo akantu kange omanyi kati bino mulina okuba nga mubiina ku ngalo abo babajja kuba bino tebajja bisomesa bantu kuba bakimanyi nti wanaayogera nti so many users abantu where people genda abantu we bali wogenda abantu we bali wofunira that is where you design your strategy from. Bamusabye ogenda okutandikira eruweero olutalo goloza it was out of the blue. There are factors ezabaleetera okufuula Luweero Mecca and making it an epicenter for the war. Why? There are so many factors. Kati fe tumanya nti social media yaffe amaanyi gali bwe gati nti abantu abali ku internet mu Uganda bali millions 12 11 abantu abakozesa social media bali millions 3.4 7.3% of the population. Ate nga kiraga nti population ya Uganda I mean it is actually going to skyrocket by 2026. Abaana kati tugeze abali emyaka 13 by 2026 bajja kuba balonda. Aba abaana tulina batapingamu secretariat erina okumanya nti aba abaana abali emyaka kati 3 mu myaka 2 biki banaabeerako bali ku platforms ki nti bali ku TikTok mweno temunnategeera the most searched website kati abantu gye baliko abantu gye basinga okubeerako website gye basinga okubeerako ennaku zino bagiyita TikTok. It is the most searched website kwe babeera abaana abasinga bali ku TikTok. Google bagijjeeyo, Google bagidethronise for I think it's the second time Google, because Google has been the most visited website, then Facebook, Nedakawa, and then other websites in the world. The most visited website about Google, but now the most visited about TikTok. Ekirala olina okumanya nti abantu bano abasinga bakozesa masimu. Kitegeeza nti kyobalaba information is traveling very fast. Olw'ensonga nti oli agira simu wati n'agisikayo essimu n'asoma naga bamukutte nti waliwe wati newe wati. How can you use that data okukola coordination? Kambabuulire we mubanga mwagala abantu kugenda ku street mubadde mukicoordinatinga bufu kiina coordinatingibwa online because that is where people are. Toyina muntu kogenda kusanga mu kibanda kya firimu twalabanga firimu emipiira abantu tebakyakuŋŋaanya mu bibanda. Recruitment tekyagendereyo mu maaso. People no longer kuŋŋaana mu bibanda. Nga twalaba ebibanda nga twalaba firimu awo nzijukirawo omusajja wa local defense yansanga lumunga ntemye ekibiina bangoba fees ku ssomero kati nga saagala kuddayo ku ssomero nga nkimanyi we naddayo ewaka muzeeyi ajja kukwata ssente zaalinawo awo aŋŋamba enzireyo kati ze baali bampadde eza buleeke nenga kangende nzirabe mu firimu. Kumbe ekikwekweto kyali kikutta akati during that time. Omusajja wa local defense yankuba omuggo like omanyi wano waggulu wa kabina gayi yankuba waya solid ezi 2 yatusanga mu kibanda ne bakisalako ne baga tubasazeeko. Nalina oba emyaka nga 7 omuka 9 10 banange obusiru bwange nalina mu uniform yankuba ate nga amanyine muzeeyi ekyalina teyandoopayo wa muzeeyi yankuba ebigo ne firimu saagimalaako yali yakatandika ebibiri byange ne binfa naye okuva olwo saddayo mu bibanda bya firimu nenga kanywerere ku lubaawo. But what was I trying to say? Ekintu kyengezaako okubagamba is that nti toyina kubeera abantu bali wano abantu bali online abantu bali ku online. That is where people are. Kati gwono omala obudde ng'oli mukwataaki nga Bobi Wine biki you are wasting time. Wobanga oyagala bantu ba uprising kola show buli kanaku va mu kuvuma Kyagulanyi kola posts buli kanaku ng'ogamba abantu ku uprising period. Maybe they will take your information, maybe not. Kubanga kati nawe ogenda kusanga muntu nkugambye ebibanda babiggala enkuŋŋaana nzibu za kukuba kyova olaba nze nsekerera nnyo abantu abalwanira okugenda ku TV n'ezirediyo. Wano tetukulaga bantu bawuliriza rediyo mu Uganda, tetukulaga bantu bawulaba TV mu Uganda. Tukulaga abantu babeera ku masimu gaabwe. Gwe biseera bimeka by'otuulaawo ng'olaba TV olaba firimu naye ng'eno oli ku ssimu? Abantu bangi nnyo abeera awo, eno alaba alina essimu 3, eno alaba vidiyo ya gundi Facebook, eno atayipinga kino, eno akola kino, eri ne laptop kweri. Nze mmala kankubulire, nze mmala ne emyezi egiwera 3 nga sirabye ku TV. Like okulaba TV as in a sense of okulaba amawulire ebiki ebyo, mainstream TV. I don't. Era whatever I want to, if I want news, pita mwa mu Google News mangu, ndaba Facebook nga nina kiri interesting, I tap on it. That's it. I don't watch TV. Kati ebiseera ebisinga omuntu olina okuba ne devices nga nnya, because oluusi olina pseudo accounts biki. Kati ate ne data oyo gwembabadde tekuliiko data akwatagana na gundi emanyikiddwa nga diaspora. That is just internet mu Uganda. Now that is an overview of internet mu Uganda. Kale simanyi oba mbimazeeyo naye ndowooza bye mbadde njagala okwogerako. So if any one of you alina kyayagala okwongerezaako oba olina kyoyagala okwogerako, kati njagala nnyo twogere ku data. For you can find out what you can whatever you use it is up to you. I will get some callers. Kanfune wano, yeah, abagala okuba mubeeko mukube, then tulabe. Nze data mubawadde. Oli wakubuuza ezo figures obeera nazo mu bwongo. Kati guno omwaka 2020 njagala abantu gwe nga oli factually best, nga buli kimu okirina at your fingertips. Nga buli kimu okirina at your fingertips. Nga we twakulaminga kali akantu 86% of the population in Uganda bavubuka. Ekintu ekyo kimala twakikwata nga newebanzukusa 75% of the youth in Uganda teenager abavubuka. 75% of the youth in Uganda bavubuka. 75% of using. Kati oli buli wavaayo n'akuba social media ng'omugirayo data. Ogambye ki? Yangu wano. Internet users mu Uganda bali milioni 11,400,000. Abantu abali ku Facebook, Twitter and all the social media platforms bali 3.4 million people. Abantu abalina amasimu mu Uganda, smartphone twala tugenda each and every other phone, bali 28 million Ugandans. Kale ate kitegeeza buli muntu alina essimu abasinga, the biggest percentage abo bonabona ku WhatsApp kwe bali. Kuba bano abantu benkugambye tekitegeeza nti tebalina smartphones. Abantu bangi nnyo balina smartphones nga tebalina Facebook, tebalina Twitter, naye nga balina WhatsApp. Now data oyo tia covering WhatsApp, but definitely I believe in those data go bagenda ofulumya by January ayinza covering that particular aspect as well. So if you have anything to say, musobola okukona ka okusimu ne mujja ne mwogera ne mwako ne kimwogera ku this particular issue. That's if you have anything to say anyway. So I think for me Zimbabwe ndunulira that, and I thought that there is something here. There is really something here that we can all use, that we can make use of. Because if you have those figures, whenever you have those figures, zikuyamba nnyo to know what to do and to know whether what you're doing is kiri kumulamwa. For me, that's what I think. Era now starting this year, inshallah, nyingena kubeera nnyo nga ntunuulira data na figures ezo. How are these figures working? I mean, for me, a single kunsanyusa is that no other person has a footprint in this space. Teri muntu mulala yenna aina footprint in this space. Kitegeera. And the only person ategeera amakulu g'ensonga eno gye njogerako olwaleero. Kitegeera. Omu ku bantu abasinga ogitegeera bali babiri. His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu ne Tibo Habura. The reason as to why Tibo Habura ensonga eno agitidde oba agitya nnyo, Lucy, in 1986, Museveni had to make his voters. Yakola abalonzi bwe. How? Yajanga liberator and so on and so forth. nti waliwo abantu bojosanga ajja kugamba nti tonzija ku Museveni. The problem with those voters bafudde baweddewo. Some of them have changed a bit, but some of them are still there. Now that is a very, very bad thing. Kuba kakati he is no longer making new voters. Wabula the existing ones, of course talina balonzi bapya, but ngamba his electorate, abantu abamuwagira talina bawagizi bapya. Now that is the thing that His Excellency Kyagulanyi kyakoze, nti ayina abantu ababe bakoze. Oba ntegerekeka nti Museveni we yagendera mu lutalo na biki yakola abalonzi be out of those particular events ezaaliwo. Now circumstances have changed and now he has lost the grip. Social media talina footprint. Ku ground abalonzi be bagenda bafa. Abantu be yakola mu 80s na biki. Kitegeera nti whereas bayinza okuba bamuwagira rasent. That's a very hard predicament to be in. So ati akiraba nti in the next 5 years population webanga yeyongerako at least 1 million per year. Kitegeeza in the next 5 years Uganda tuyinza okubeera mu millions nga mmeka 5 Now you can clamp down so much. Naye olina ekiseera wootuuka nga clamp down yo is overwhelmed by the bigger population. I think that is his fear. I believe nti ye buli walaba statistics zino n'alaba data alaba nti obuwanguzi bwe tebweyongera wabula bugenda wansi. Popularity ye teyeyongera egenda wansi across all platforms. And the problem with that is popularity ye is not transferable. Nti maybe ye tebajja mwagala naye bajja kwagala mutabani we. Maybe ye tebajja mwagala bajja kwagala mukyala we katuleete omukyala. It's not working that way. And if it's not working that way, kitegeeza if the population explodes neyeyongera, then what he has to do, literally, he has to look for someone who is not in his line, that he's not related to them. Oba si kyo n'agamba nti kanfiirewo n'ekitebe nkifiiremu, at least Uganda yonna esaanewo. But if he is to do a transition, as this data is, statistics engeri gyalimu, gundi popularity teriivo. So you have to create a new thing. The other thing, yes, simanyi namba nataddewo nfu. Okay, so okay, kansome kwano mu comments zammwe ndabe, then I finish up. We need your WhatsApp number. WhatsApp number ye yawo eri +44. Kakofiira in the next 2 years, the biggest percentage of the population in Uganda will have smartphones. We have the numbers on social media, but why the revolution is delaying? Are we not giving the right information? Thank you so much. Tulekere awo okuwuliriza ebitagasa. Jawo wakulu awo okupaze mugambe yeebereremu. Thanks for the insightful messages. Your video on NS or YouTube is superb. Thank you very much. Immaculate Kim, did you alert? It's moving, but people wanted to be enlightened more. No, some people is selling in the Sarah Becky, be honesty. I'm really also proud of you. Tomorrow we'll see you having Geoffrey Chirunda after run. Okay, someone has asked in the social media to Gina. We have the social media numbers on social media, but why revolution is delaying? Are we not giving the right information? The revolution is not a marathon. So it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And for as long as you have the people, kyekikulu. Trump bamujjako abantu. How? Bamujjako gundi, whatever they had. Talina bwogerero. Alina bingi bye yandiyagala. Trump even tried to make his own social media neegaana. Yamala omwezi gumu neegwa. Be patient. Omukama waffe yakajja emyaka 3. Mbulirayo muntu ki? Mbulirayo abantu abo, era nze simanyi lwaki abantu tetulina bagumiikiriza. Mbulirayo muntu ki eyajja mu myaka 3 oba ena kale ekintu ekibaddewo emyaka 7 emyaka 35 n'akivuunika n'akikyusa in the quickest time possible. Kindage where? Show it to me. Show it to me. Kyono yajja ku scene, but Nelson Chamisa bali eri bacha mwe. It is not easy. Do not underestimate Kambabuli. The one thing I have, I don't underestimate Museveni. Since nzera obanga onyoonya Mayanja akugambe nti Mayanja Museveni musiru nnyo tugenda if he was stupid twalibadde twamuggyako dda. But I also have a belief the harder the job, the better it is in terms of whatever, the way you reap it. The only person we should be demanding okuba nti no lwaki tajjawo Museveni is Besigye. Kuba Besigye yakimazeemu emyaka 2. What has he been doing for 20 years? Ate muvudde ku sinsiza ate abawagizi ba Besigye mufo ky'okubanja ye ate kakati ate babanja ffe. No. Mukulu Besigye owekitiibwa Kano abantu balina okumubanja nti mukulu. Ate kati naye ekigenda okukeseza okimanya ajajjisiza kyoli nti omuntu yekka awuninga ebintu bino n'agamba bannange tulwanire wamu ye Kyagulanyi yekka mpozi nga Besigye Oluganda lumusumbu wamu. Naye sigamba nti Besigye talina kyakoze oba biki, naye ajja kizza eri nti bannayuganda waliwo akantu ke nalaba oba yabadde ani ayavumye bannayuganda nti they are idiots. Waliwo ekisajja kino ekyalinga ku NBS, ekisajja ekyo kyabeerangako n'entambala emirundi. Muwulira narrative eyo etambula mu Uganda temuli opposition. Mu Uganda simanyi opposition biki, simanyi opposition are idiots. Ugandans is full of idiots. Waliwo ekisajja ekyo kyabeeranga ku NBS, erinnya lyakyo sirimanyi naddimanya kuba eno platform nnene nnyo naayogerako erinnya lyakyo liyinza okuba. Naye how could you call Ugandans idiots? Waliwo bakikwata ne bakijja ku TV nga bakibanja ssente oba kyalya looni yaali simanyi naye kumanya. Naye kyalya looni ne bakijja ku TV ne kikaaba okufaako obuvimbu bakikutte. Naye kakati munakyo bakikomezzaawo bitandise okwogera. Waliwo abantu abatali serious. Kambabuulire. Two things. For as long as Besigye talina footprint ku social media, nothing is going to happen. Kino njagala kibakakasa. His Excellency Kyagulanyi ne wanaaba avuddewo. Tusabe Katonda akisule wala. Nga tugeze mu bya retirees oba ki. Still, abantu tebagenda kukkiriza Kano Dr. Kizza Besigye kumufollowinga another time. It's not going to happen. That ship has already sailed. The role of Kano Dr. Kizza Besigye in this entire struggle is to join any other person that is fighting. His ship has already sailed. Naye mulaba nti bagamba Besigye has made a comeback. No, come on guys. Mwekerawo okukola ki okusuddiya omusajja. Kyetulina okubanga bye mubanja musimanyi struggle revolution ngeri revolution mwina gibanja Besigye si Bobi Wine. 3 years ng'ogamba omusajja nti naye ng'omusajja ebintu byatuuseeko mu mwaka guno gwokka eyo social media yiyo gye basomesezza 3.4 million. Museveni talinawo footprint, Besigye talinawo footprint, Mao talinawo footprint, Jema talinawo footprint. Yakeki ate ng'owoza ekyo kimala obenga kikyokoze mu mwaka guno katugende n'ogujja. Kati waliwo abantu abagamba nti waliwo shoje nabaddeko ku Sande gayi nambuuza nti kaakati lwaki abantu tebaraisinga up, lwaki abantu luli webattira abantu Kayunga simanyi webattira abantu mu Kampala awo abantu bali raisinze up. Iri mugamba mukulu abewaka abewo abaye Kampala wakubirayo bameka bagende ku street essaawa eyo. Gwabuuza nti nga biruddewo wolaba nga waliwo akaguddewo tosooka kukubira Mayanja nti Mayanja kakwenzire bamukutte simanyi lukira bashaija bamukutte kusooka okubire maama w'essimu bali kitaawo ne baganda bona bwe baleka e Kampala halo gundi bamukutte mudduke ku street mangu kati mwekalakaase. Ekyo oba tosobola kikola bro, stay home. Sirika. Ekyo oba tosobola kikola sirika. kubanga tolinayo muntu n'omu bw'ati ng'oyinza kukubira n'omugamba nti genda ku street nja ku sponsoringa. Keep quiet. Kano omukyala we ali eno Bulaaya, omwana we naye ali Bulaaya. Kiwulira ate kinyumira nti si kaleeta ku baffe, si nti tavaayo openly kutukuba, naye abawagizi be ne mubabuuza muli lidda wa. People should rise up. Omusajja namugamba nti ababo wakubira bameka batulage be wakubira nga talinayo n'omu. Ne ngamba look here, kuba omukulu yali ampa example nti Sudaani nga baprotestinga ne bakiyiwa ekintu ne bakiyiwa. Ne mugamba bro, ekye Sudaani tewakifollowinga mpozi. Kitegeera kubanze nali mulaga ate kati lwe nasomesa diaspora lujja kubeera lulala, the role of the diaspora. Kubanze mbalaga ground Kyagulanyi zanywezezza nga Museveni taliiwo. Zino grounds ne Besigye teyazirina. Owekitiibwa, with all due respect to Besigye, social media yali tegiina. Diaspora yali talabikirawo naddala nga tumwegayirira bwegayirizi. Kati lwe najja okusomesa diaspora n'okubaleetera data n'okubaleetera figures, ate mujja kutya kubanga nja kuba nsomesa mu aba diaspora, mujja kutya. Seven is diaspora problem. Niyo omusajja namugamba nti look here guy, oyinza okuzola aba diaspora n'ogamba nti okay, tukolenga ab'e Sudaani. Golooza ekya Sudaani kyaliwo bubeeze. What happened in Sudan, era nemugamba mu example, the Sudanese Professional Association be bakola struggle. Kuba ye yalaba omwana yali akutte essimu, omuwala yali ayimba, kati ye ng'alowooza mbu ye leading a struggle. No, oyo omuwala yali ayimba ekyo kifaananyi kye baakuba international media, mainstream media kyatambuza. That is not the lady who led the struggle. Mwe muwooza mbu no ye leading a struggle oyo omukazi. No, she was just a woman caught in the right moment, nga n'ebifaananyi enjuba zaaka biki, then ekyo kifaananyi ne bakitambuza as the image of the revolution. But the organizers of the Sudanese revolution were the Sudanese Professional Association. Unfortunately, Sudan has suffered 2 coups in just a space of what, 6 months almost. Prime Minister Hamdok bamugyeko, Burhani yamugyeko. Era Sudan kakati akalulu katuuse okuddamu okulonda to transfer to the civilian government. Burhani n'abyongezaayo. The coup was hijacked. Sorry, the revolution was hijacked. That's what happened. If you go to Mali, kimu ekyaliyo abantu baprotestinga, golooza lwaki kakati military. That is, by the way, my biggest worry. Obanga oli mu struggle, your biggest worry should not be at all kukwata abantu kubateeka ku street. No. That is very easy. Very, 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 very easy to take people to the street, but to contain it. Mwe mulowooza, mwe kaffe twagala okukyusa, mwe mulowooza teri bali mu kibiina kyabwe kiri baestolodde Museveni bakyagala? You think tebaliyo bakyagala? But most people are like, tugende ku street, bagala abantu bayiike ku street, abantu bekalakasa, revolution. What do you mean? What do you mean? Examples. Number 1, Guinea, 1990. No, was it 2009, 2008? 2008, I think 2008. Omusajja baali bamuyita Dadis Camara. President amala okufa baali bamuyita Lassana Conte in late 2010, 2007 or 8. Lassana Conte yali akabafuga ow'emyaka 2 n'afa. Omusajja baali bamuyita ani? Sompe ye yali speaker. Najja alangirira okufa kwani kwa Conte. Sompe avaayo okulangirira nti banaye Conte afudde biki naye nga mumanyi constitution bwegamba speaker yalina okufuga emyezi 3 zenye oluvannyuma tulyoke tutegeko okulonda emyezi 6. Sompe yali yakamala okukijja mu kamwa. Dadis Musa ng'ali ku TV ndala alangiridde ku. Kamara n'alangirira ku TV endala nga tebanayita na ssaawa. Naga nti Government tugiwambye, constitution tugisuspense. Captain Musa Dadis Kamara n'awamba abantu. Wamala okuwamba Dadis for 2 years. Giri amala kuba abaana mu kisaawe kyegundi mu National Stadium batta abaana bamasakalinga abantu. Yabakuba amasasi n'abatta. Dadis ekyamujjako kimanyi, bodyguard we oba bakola biki, n'amukuba essasi mu mutwe. Wemukuba essasi mu mutwe oyo Dadis Kamara yawonera watini nnyo okufa, ne bamuddusa ne bamutwala mu Morocco mujjanjaba. Ate yakomawo kuba president. Endagaano yagisayiningira Cameroon n'agamba naye nze ebyobufuzi biwaddeyo mbitadde. Wamala okkita ono najja n'akikwata gwe bayita Konde gwe bajjeeko kati. Konde yabadde yeenywezezza Seru Diallo yawakanyanga Lassana Conte nga bali ne Konde ng'ali mu opposition. Seru Diallo ne wabakanyaka Dadis Kamara ng'ali nani ne Konde. Konde we yakikwata mu 2010, Seru Diallo ate n'atandika okuwakanya Konde. That is why I believe nti Besigye ne His Excellency Kyagulanyi tetugenda kukwata. It is most likely tebijja kukwatagana. Seru Diallo kakati akyalinze. Dumbuya ze akikubye ebbusu. Seru Diallo was close. Konde n'akyusa constitution. Bam. Now what I'm speaking about is politics. That is what politics is. N'akyusa constitution. Boom. Dumbuya n'ayingirawo. Kati Dumbuya yakirimu. Afunyize emikono. Emmali bajjako gundi Guy Mwerabidde. Munne wa Dumbuya gwe bayita Assimi Goita naye najja n'akiwalampa n'akikuba bbusu n'akitwala. Eyo stage eyo nze gye nsinga okutya. Awoka. Because awo obufuzi awo bugwira we butyawo. So you have to be very sharp and very quick. By the time you are hitting people on the street, already you have tightly nosed it. If you that's it. So the only way to hit that wave is not to rush. 3 years in, chiganye, take it slow. We're making sure to in a public opinion. We're making sure that everything is in stake. We're making sure, because what we are showing here is to show the people of Uganda that we can take control over the country. We can run the country. Museveni yekasi yasobola okuddukanya ensi. Nga bwe bakyogera nti alina ofuga Uganda, njogera ze muwira, alina ofuga Uganda, alina kubeera munnamagye. Alina kuba Uganda tefugika nga toli wa magye, ebyo boogera ebyekisiru. No. So for me, from my own understanding and explanation of things, that's how I look at them. Thank you very much. Let us meet in the new year, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.